This grape tricks you. It looks pale, almost delicate in the glass, but it can be more powerful, more stubborn, and more age-worthy than almost any other grape in the world. Nebbiolo, the pride of Piedmont, the grape behind Barolo and Barbaresco, wines often called the king and queen of Italy. But it's more than just prestige. This grape is paradox-defined. Aromas of roses and violets wrapped around smoke and tar, wines with colors that fade after a few years but it can still age for almost half a century, and at one point of history, cutting down a Nebbiolo wine could cost you your hand or even your life. Today we will uncover Nebbiolo's origin, its demanding vineyard character, its legendary wines, and why, even despite global attempts, it still refuses to leave home. The first written record of Nebbiolo dates back to 1268, near Turin. By the 15th century, it was so prized in La Mora that local law made cutting down a Nebbiolo vine a crime punishable by amputation, or even execution for repeat offenders. The name itself probably comes from nebbia, Italian for fog, referencing the thick autumn mists in the Langhe Hills during harvest. Another theory is that it refers to the foggy bloom that coats the berries when ripe. Genetically, Nebbiolo is an ancient cultivar with unknown parents, but it is confirmed that it is the ancestor of many Piemontese grapes. Freissa, Vespolina, and Bubierasco, and even the white variety Arneis is considered its grandchild. That lineage alone shows how deeply rooted Nebbiolo is in northern Italy. Nebbiolo is really demanding in the vineyard. It buds early but ripens late, often not harvested until the end of October, leaving it exposed to spring frost on one end and autumn rain on the other. It's highly sensitive to terroir. Nebbiolo thrives best on calcareous marl and south-facing slopes between 150 and 300 meters. In the wrong soil, it becomes thin and unremarkable. Even inside Barolo, one hillside can produce dramatically different wines compared to its neighbor. And despite its pale color due to lower anthocyanin content in the skins, it has a notoriously high tannin content and a piercing acidity. That structure is why young Barolo and Barbaresco wines can sometimes be even undrinkable, but with age they unfold into elegance and depth. Barolo and Barbaresco are the twin pillars of Nebbiolo. Barolo, 3 times the size of Barbaresco, is often more powerful and brooding. Think of communes like Monforte d'Alba or Serralunga, where vines are dense, structured, and built for decades of aging. Barbaresco, by contrast, tends to be more approachable earlier, with a silkier texture and perfumed elegance, though the best still age beautifully. Both wines are 100% Nebbiolo. Barolo wines require 38 months of aging with 18 months in oak, while Barbaresco wines require 26 months of aging with 9 months in oak. And from these zones come some of the world's most coveted bottles: Giacomo Conterno's Monfortino, Mascarello's Barolo, and Gaia Barbaresco. Each represent a different philosophy, from traditional botti aging to more modern single vineyard expressions. In the 20th century, Barolo producers split into 2 camps. Traditionalists stuck to long maceration, sometimes even 20-30 days on skin, and then a long aging process in large Slavonian oak barrels called botti. These wines were tannic, austere, and often required decades to soften, while modernists focused on shorter macerations, temperature-controlled fermentations, and the shorter aging in smaller French-style barriques. The aim was to make Barolo more approachable in its youth. But today, this sharp division has softened, and most producers use a mix of these 2 approaches. But the debate botti versus barrique still defines how we talk about Nebbiolo. But Nebbiolo's home isn't just limited to these 2 villages. In Roero, just across the Tonaro River, Nebbiolo produces lighter, earlier drinking wines. In the northern Piedmont region, like Gattinara and Gemme, shows a more delicate, almost Burgundian face of the grape. Further afield, in Lombardy's Valtellina, Nebbiolo goes by the name Chiavenasca. Here, on steep alpine terraces, it makes both elegant mountain wines and the powerful Amarone-style wine called Sforzato di Valtellina. Despite all these variations, all share Nebbiolo's hallmarks: high tannins, high acidity, and haunting aromas of roses, tar, and truffles. Winemakers worldwide tried taming Nebbiolo, with mixed results. California saw its first Nebbiolo plantings in the 19th century, but few wines lived up to Piedmont standards. Washington State has small pockets including Red Willow Vineyard, planted in 1985. Australia's Kings Valley and Adelaide Hill have had some success, producing lighter, fragrant expressions. Mexico's Baja California also produces notable examples. But in truth, Nebbiolo rarely thrives outside its Piedmont home. Unlike Cabernet Sauvignon or Syrah, which adapt easily, Nebbiolo requires its exact terroir. Long, sunny autumns, calcareous soils, and that mysterious lange fog. But what does Nebbiolo taste like? Young wines are deceptive. The color is light ruby, even orange tinged within a few years. But the first sip hits with firm tannins and racy acidity. The aromas are the key. Roses and violets, cherry and plum, graphite, leather, smoke, and that unmistakable tar note. With age, Nebbiolo develops beautiful layers of dried fruits, truffle, tobacco, and an earthy complexity. Few grapes evolve so dramatically. A young Barolo can be harsh, even unyielding, but a 30-year-old bottle can be silken, aromatic, and deeply moving. Nebbiolo is unlike any other grape. It's light in color, but structured enough to age for decades. Fragile in the vineyard, but capable of greatness in the right place. Floral yet earthy, elegant yet unyielding. It refuses to be domesticated outside Piedmont, and that is part of its mystique. The wort has tried California, Australia, even Mexico, but Nebbiolo still only feels at home in the fog of northern Italy. It's a grape that requires patience, but it rewards it with some of the most profound wines ever made. If you only had Barolo or Barbaresco once and you found them tough, try again, maybe with age, maybe with food. Because Nebbiolo is not about instant charm. It's about endurance and the kind of beauty you have to wait for. That's what makes it noble. That's what makes it Nebbiolo. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing. Check out this playlist with some of our best wine videos. And cheers to Nebbiolo.
Back and I'm better than ever. I think I got a vendetta. Oh, now they call me, I seen them. All of those times getting severed. I told them all I get left.